Yo, what's up guys? A lot has happened over this last week in the world of hockey, including the announcement that NHL players will be allowed to play in the next Olympics, which is super exciting. And I'd like to go over a few potential rosters, just talk about some of the players that I agree and maybe disagree about. Also, we're going to take a quick look at the Women's World Cup finals and break that down. And last but not least, we're going to touch base on the Kotkaniemi offer sheet. So stick around to hear my thoughts, and here we go. So jumping right in, we're going to go over the Team Canada rosters. The first one we have is by Craig Button, and right away the first thing I notice is a common denominator on all the rosters that I don't necessarily agree with, and that is Morgan Rielly. Now, as a Leafs fan, this is quite hard to say, but I really feel that there are better defensemen from Canada that could fill this spot. My personal opinion is that somebody like Darnell Nurse would be a better fit. He plays more of a physical game, and he's very solid in the defensive zone. When you already have an offense with guys like Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, Nathan MacKinnon, it really doesn't make sense to not have somebody that can stay at home and protect your end. I think Darnell Nurse would be a great fit on the left side here over Morgan Rielly. Another notable replacement for Morgan Rielly might actually be his teammate Jake Muzzin. Jake Muzzin plays, again, a very gritty role, and he's more of a stay-at-home guy with a cannon from the point. He can play on the power play if you're just looking to set up his shot, or you can just use him as a stay-at-home guy and a penalty killer. Jake Muzzin did play on the 2016 team that won gold, so it may be a veteran presence that would be more than welcome. The next major person of note on Button's roster for me is Shea Weber. I think Shea Weber is a phenomenal defenseman. However, with the uncertainty of if he's going to even play in this season, it's a little hard for me to put him on the Team Canada roster. If he is healthy, I think he should go. However, if he's not, I think you replace him with somebody like maybe even a Drew Dowdy. Over the last few seasons, I think Drew Dowdy has gotten a bad rap, and honestly, I still think he's one of the top defensemen in the league. He provides the team with grit, great defense, he's got an amazing shot, and quite honestly, he's got that veteran presence and a lot of heart. So I think that would be a great replacement for Shea Weber if it comes down to it. Honestly, other than those two potential changes, I think Craig Button's defense roster is quite good, and even with Rielly in there, Team Canada does have what looks to be a great defense core. Moving along to the offensive side of things, it's hard to argue most of these players deserve their spot on the roster. Connor McDavid, obviously the best player in the NHL. Nathan MacKinnon, one of the best, if not the best, goal scorer and playmaker in the NHL. The guy is unreal. We have Huberdeau, Brad Marchand, Sidney Crosby, Patrice Bergeron, and the list goes on of an absolutely star-studded lineup. Honestly, with this forward lineup, I don't think there's much I would change. All of these players are great and can perform at the highest level. I'm really excited to see what this lineup can do, and I honestly think this could be the roster that we do see going to the Olympics. As for goalies, the only thing that I don't agree with is not taking Marc-Andre Fleury. He had a career year last year and won the Vezina Trophy. He did have a little bit of a shaky playoffs in a couple of the games. That being said, he's also won multiple Stanley Cups and proven that he can perform on the big stage when it comes down to it. I think instead of Mackenzie Blackwood, I definitely shift Carter Hart to that third spot. I'd like to see Carter Hart go and maybe play a game or two, but I think you go with the veteran leaders in Price and Marc-Andre Fleury when it comes to goaltending. Next, we have the Women's World Cup Finals. This was phenomenal. I'm going to play this through for you once because I really feel like it was special, and then we'll talk about it a little bit.
With speed, trying to get the puck. Here's Marie-Philippe Poulin. She shoots. Oh, she says she scored. They're saying no.
And here we'll play this back one more time. The biggest thing I want to note is this is 3-on-3 overtime. So when the defenseman from Team Canada gets the puck behind the net and rims it around the boards like she does, she actually creates all of this space. The US player that was supposed to be covering Poulin definitely was in a little bit too deep on this forecheck, and Poulin absolutely turned on the Jets. to get open. There was a great pass made in the neutral zone, which really opened up Poulin. And then she just absolutely makes no mistake with an absolute beauty of a shot off the bar and just crosses the line. I'll show you a different angle here so you can really see how great of a shot this was and what a special moment this is for these ladies, winning gold for the first time since 2012. So congrats to them. And now we get to discuss the KK offer sheet. So Montreal had exactly 1 week to match the offer, and well, they decided not to. The Canadians actually wound up trading a first-round pick and a second-round pick for Christian Dvorak. This was a great move by the Canadians, and I think this actually fills a slot at center ice where they were much needing a boost. So after the whole saga of the Kotkaniemi offer sheet, I actually think the Montreal Canadiens came out on top from this deal. However, I do see Kotkaniemi playing very well on the wing with his countrymen, so we can only see how this goes. I'm excited to see what happens with Kotkaniemi. I think he has a lot of potential, and I wish him all the best in Carolina. Thanks for checking out the video today, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.